Hello everyone and welcome to SUNUP. I'm Lyndall Stout. We begin today on the topic of nutrition. Here in the heart of winter, many cattle producers are thinking about supplementation. So today, Dr. Dave Lalman, our OSU Extension beef cattle specialist, takes a look at how much or how little you actually need.
You know, mineral nutrition in a cow herd can be a complex issue. There are several reasons for that. First of all, you know, as a beef cow goes through her annual production cycle, those requirements change over time. For example, just like with protein and energy, when a cow is lactating, her protein requirements, energy requirements at their highest level. Well, the same can be said for vitamin and mineral requirements. So at the same time, the mineral concentration in forages in particular are changing over time. And so things are a moving target, and that can make it kind of complex to know exactly what your cattle need to be receiving at any given point in time. Fortunately, perhaps it's gotten a little bit easier over the last 10 years or so to evaluate mineral nutrition in a cow herd. One of the primary reasons is because a lot of our commercial laboratories now offer mineral concentration or mineral analysis service. For example, our laboratory here at Oklahoma State, our soil and water laboratory, charges about $15 per sample. And so it's not terribly expensive, and it is much more available now than it used to be. The other thing is that we have a fairly simple, easy to use software program called the OSU Calculator, and you can put the animal's stage of production, you know, the breed of the animal, the weight of the animal, and so on, and that program will help you estimate the animal's mineral requirements such as calcium, phosphorus, and all the trace minerals. You put those two things together, a laboratory analysis, the software program to help you evaluate their needs, and you can do a reasonable job of making sure that you're meeting the requirements without any big gaps. So when the forage was harvested, you know, early season and mid-season last summer, a lot of the state was under relatively dry conditions, and so some of that forage or hay could still contain relatively low levels of beta-carotene, which the ruminant animal is able to convert into the active form of vitamin A. A lactating cow has the requirement of somewhere in the neighborhood of 55,000 international units of vitamin A per day. That's quite a bit. Yeah, so it can be a complex issue dealing with, you know, a well-balanced mineral and vitamin nutrition program. And if you need assistance, you'd like assistance, you either visit with a nutrition professional, and particularly your county educator, your area livestock specialist. Those folks have a lot of experience in sampling forages, sending those to the laboratory for testing, and also balancing those requirements with supply from the feedstuff. So they can be a big help. So I hope you'll consider joining us for our next version of the Ranchers Thursday Lunchtime Series. Guillermo de Nava from Uruguay is outstanding in terms of reproductive management in cow herds. Also, Dr. Richard Prather from Western Oklahoma, another outstanding veterinarian in helping commercial cow herds improve their genetics. We'll put a link there at the SUNUP website. Hope you'll join us.